Hello.
How are you today? Oh,
It's
garbage.
it's pre-Friday, so I can't be too upset.
Well, hello everybody, and welcome to the commentary zone. As you enter the room, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe, hit the notification bell. Most importantly, tell a friend and have them come join us to talk about these various shows. On the docket today, we have Family Karma, Season 2, Episode 5, Family Blessings, and I really liked this episode.
It was a good overall episode, I think. Get to move the story. I like any episode that moves the story along, and this moves the story along.
Yeah, and it was a good episode to end off the last day of Pride Month. So I thought that was a nice tie-in. Good for you, Bravo. All right, so let's see who's in the chat. Hi Yanni, hi Susan, hey Trey, and hey Black Lavender, hey Montana. Thanks for joining us today. Really appreciate it. Okay, guys. All right. So if you're wondering about the background, because we've been getting a lot of comments on our background, and thank you very much. I found a picture of the candles that they use for Diwali, which is what they are celebrating in this episode, at least the beginning of it. I know I might have butchered the pronunciation of that, but y'all get it. So, all right. Anything that stuck out for you in this episode, Jamal?
So what's stuck? How can I put this? It was intriguing that Brian understands that he's not ready for marriage, but new Monica is kind of like where she's in that "what are we doing" stage.
I think because she's like open and honest, and she's saying we need to go to the next step.
And like he's so insecure about her family, which is very interesting. I mean, if you're feeling this way, then you might want to talk to her about it.
Yeah. Which I'm surprised he didn't bring up when she did mention it. Because they had a segment where like she's like, let's do it. And he said it to us in a confessional, but he didn't say it to her, did he?
No. Mm-mm. I mean, if you love her and everything, it's just he gives conflicting statements. It's like, okay, he's like, I love her, but I'm nowhere near getting married. I'm like, okay. And when she talked about him moving to Tampa for a year or two, he's like, okay. And I think it was her talking some like insurance or something. And he just got freaked out. I'm like, yeah, I just don't think you're at that spot. Definitely, don't waste. Basically, for me, I want him to like kind of cut the relationship and let her go because she's way too far along for him. It is what it is. She's ready. Go ahead.
Here's my thing. What confused me the most in that conversation was the part where he was like, yeah, she said, you can move to Tampa. And he's like, well, you can move down here. You could be a what is it, a rheumatologist or something like that? Right, you could be a rheumatologist down here. And she's like, what? And he's like, yeah, for 2 years. And then I can move there for 2 years. It doesn't quite work like that if she's a doctor.
Right. Mm-mm.
And like, I don't even know what stage she's at. Is she at internship, residency? Because like you apply like everywhere, and whichever one accepts you, like you have to move. Because remember, like last season on Married at First Sight USA, Amelia, yeah. She didn't know she had her favorite who she was hoping would accept her, but she had applied to a couple different cities.
Yep.
I don't know where this girl is at in her
career.
Yeah, but she's 30.
30. So yeah, I think she has a job, which is why she wants him to move there.
Oh, so you think she's finished residency and all that? And if
E-
her dad and someone else in her
uncle,
family, right? What
uncle.
if they have a private practice? She could go straight into that.
That's the thing. Either she must be at the tail end of her residency, or her family is so well known it'd probably be easy for her to get a job.
Oh, okay,
Because
okay.
it seems like her family is very well known in that area.
Mhm. Mhm. Well, they said that she's a Shah, right? I wonder if she's
Yeah,
like family to the Shahs of Salt Lake City.
but that would be Koshaw's family.
Right.
I can't really see that.
It could. People migrate. I don't know.
I'm just looking at. I'm just looking
Okay,
at.
so Yanni agrees with you. She thinks that she's done probably with the residency. Wow. Yeah, I just think that this girl is thinking like a traditional Indian girl, minus the arranged marriage. You know, we've been together for 8 months. I know where I'm at. You know, I'm thinking I know where you're at. I think we should take this to the next step. And
Mhm.
he, I think, is trying to sign up for the Vishal Richa engagement plan where it can be drawn out for a
Years.
decade. Hard no on that, Debbie. Hard Montana, what are you saying hard? Oh God, this thing is so ridiculous. Sorry about the thing. Ugh, words are hard for me today. I'm sorry. What's a hard no, Montana? But the relationship is too young for her to be talking marriage. Yes, for
Yes.
me, yes. But if she's a serious-minded person and she is very straightforward, like I think if she's, especially if she's a black and white person, the way how she thinks, she's like, okay, I've met this really great guy. I don't see why the next step can't be.
For the way I took it was, yes, the relationship is young. I think for her I think this is just her doctor mind. She wants to know if this is going anywhere. This is what
Mm-hmm.
she wants. Like, so I think for her, the next step is actually them living in the same city and possibly living together. I think that's her next step.
You think her
I don't think
family
it's,
gonna let her live together with him?
or at least in the same city, something. It has. You're right. I think it has to be him moving to Tampa so they can live in the same city. That's my guess. Because I think if he does that, she'll see like, okay, he's actually serious about this relationship, and we could possibly see a future. I
Mm-hmm.
don't think it's so much about marriage. I think the marriage is like a
Oh,
couple years down the road, but it's more about like we can't keep doing this back and forth thing.
Montana, thank you for dumbing it down for me because like I needed some more caffeine before this show, but I didn't have time. So I love you for that. Thank you. I was only joking, but you know how they say all Patels are related? All Shaws might be related too. You never know. Um, it can't because he's 28. He's I don't think he's a fully mature 28.
No way.
He's still frat boy 28.
He's 28. He's 28 going on 19.
Yeah. Yeah. And not that I don't like Brian. I love Brian. He's a sweet young man. His mama raised him right, but do I think he's sown all of his wild oats? No. And I think even when he does, he's still going to question if he's ready. And this is something that I can appreciate about Brian because he is questioning if he's ready.
But he says he knows he's not ready though.
Mm-hmm.
So that's that on that end.
Okay, so all these guys want to live at home with mom and dad. I think it's just part of the
The
culture.
culture,
Yeah,
the moms don't want them to leave.
yeah, yeah. Um, and in traditional Indian homes, like let's go back to Jenny and Sumit from 90 Day. he was living at home with his wife
Mhm.
before Jenny went in there and started busting up that relationship. So you will find multi-generational homes in Indian cultures. So I think it's normal for them.
Yeah, I think what it is, I think somebody said only it seems like only Americans kick their kids out at 18 and think it's okay.
Yeah, like Caribbean people don't leave home either. Who am I joking? Like, yeah, Caribbean people don't leave home. I was
Like,
like, I
go
think
ahead.
me and my brother, we left, but we were odd. But like for the rest of them who stayed home, like they left when they got married.
I know some cultures. One family I knew, they didn't. Okay, so their family was huge. So they all kind of lived together, but the kids live with the parents and sometimes the grandparents, and they would just move houses, literally.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the way they did things. I'm like, what? They're like, yeah, like our family owns 10 houses, and like we all lived, like all our families live together. Like, really? And he's like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's like, because his, well, his dad passed, so his mom lives with him, his wife, and the kids, and that's normal for
Mm-hmm.
them.
Mm-hmm.
Completely normal.
Mm-hmm. And in Barbados, I know that there are some massive houses, and you will find grandma, grandpa, the main family, plus all of their kids, plus their spouses. Like you will find it's like a mini hotel. It really is. But they keep close,
Mhm.
you know? They keep close. Yes, Jamal. Okay. They say that they're Americanized until it comes down to commitment.
Mm.
Hmm.
Yeah, I get that. I get that. They want traditional values. They're like, we're Americanized, blah blah blah. But what comes down to it, they stick to those traditional values.
Yep. Yes, Jamal. We leave when we get married, then come back home if we divorce.
Oh, hey, I ain't mad at it.
Oh my God. All right. So I need to find out I need a Hindu boyfriend because I want to celebrate Diwali. I want to go and buy myself jewelry to celebrate this occasion. $3,800 earrings, O'Malley. I want to celebrate. Those earrings are cute though.
According to Bali, O'Malley packing too.
Oh yeah. She
She was very happy,
she disclosed a lot of information
right?
in this one episode. I think more than she did from all last season. Like we found out about her first marriage, the engagement, which that seemed like she was kind of hustled into it.
Right.
And then the second one, we found out that her second marriage, when he celebrated Diwali with her, he gave her a frying pan.
That was too funny. That
Oh
was too
my
funny.
God.
How can you give metal and gave her a frying pan? Like what? But here's my thing with Bali though, baby. You don't never brag on your man because you're not living in the same state as he is, and two, women that just puts eyes on your man.
Oh.
You don't brag on your man.
Okay.
Men the same way. You never brag on your woman, or you never brag on whoever you with, because that perks people's ears up. They're like, oh, okay,
Oh, okay.
because Bali's not messing around with nothing basic at this point. At this point in her life,
Exactly.
she's not, and the way she looks, she's not messing with nothing basic. And
Mm-hmm.
now they're like, wait a minute, wait, whoa, whoa. They might have looked at Elman like, okay, he's lightweight attractive, but whatever. But now they're like, hold up, he what? He putting it in like that? Hold up, we might have to look at him. We have to look at him another time. And also, he has successful businesses, so he's
Mm-hmm.
successful. He seems like a cool dude, and he's packing. Come on, Bob, you a little too old in the game to be doing like 20-year-old stuff. You don't do that. No.
Aw.
Mm 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 mm.
Okay,
Because
so
back in Louisville, every time they
uh-huh.
see him now,
They're gonna be
Yeah.
looking a second
Yes, they gonna
second
look at
look.
him second,
Oh,
third,
that's
and fourth look.
O'Malley. Hmm. Yeah. Okay, so Yanni wants to have an Indian wedding. Girl, I hope you
Just
train
a
for a
wedding though.
marathon. That is a full week event. Good luck. Mm, let's see. Um, oh, I agree with this. Bali has no filter, but you always need somebody like that in a show.
Always.
Mm, you kind of missed the second marriage. Yeah, it's the where she said that she wished she had used the frying pan to hit him with it. That was epic. Um,
I mean, but he gave her a medal though. Just saying. It's not like he was sticking with
that's not
tradition.
the point. No.
I know, but he stuck with tradition though, and she mad. Still love you though,
Mm-mm.
Bali. Smooches. I get it.
Okay, so now she's famous. She doesn't want to move. Did we really think Bali wanted to leave Florida in the first place?
Right, and my thing is, for Louisville. I mean, just saying, they have Papa John's. That's about it.
Yeah, I had a girlfriend who married into the Indian culture, and they only did a 3-day thing with her. Um, and she was tired. I don't even think that marriage lasts. I think she's divorced.
Oh,
Yeah. She was studying to be a doctor though. That's the only reason why they accepted her, because she was gonna
mhm,
be a doctor. And I said, well, she might not be Indian, but at least she's gonna be a doctor.
right.
And yeah, that didn't work out. But who here metal and think of a pan? Probably a husband who was, slickly telling his wife, go and cook some food for
Right,
me.
right. That's all I'm thinking. Like, I'll probably me some bacon real quick.
I thought that was real shady. Um, love how they celebrate life events hard. The plan was for her daughter to go away. Show. Now she's famous. I wouldn't call Bali famous. I
Mm-mm.
mean, she just Bali.
I do want to say this though.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Shout out to Anisha because
Mm-hmm.
she is looking damn good this season, and that needs to be said. Like, I think she's coming out of that little shell she was in, like that bitter shell,
Mm-hmm.
and she's just she's looking great, and it's nice to see her actually like smile more. Like,
Mm-hmm.
when Team Anish, we saw Anish in this episode. You know, we all know we're Team Anish here on this channel. So it was good to see him. I hope she keeps it going because she laughs with him, which is good.
Mm-hmm.
And I love her family. Love her family.
Oh, Chitra, her mother is a hot mess. But wait, do you think the change in Anisha has to do with, like, she's hanging out more with Brian than she is with Vishal?
Yes,
Okay. Okay.
her and Rachel have a very tense relationship.
Yeah, but last season they were both at really bad points in their
Hmm.
lives. She was failing at business and lying to her parents and ain't had no man and ain't had no kids, and the mother was a squawk box. And then Vishal, who was acting like a man baby, um, trying to propose. Lupa didn't like him. His mom was propping him up. Like, neither one of the two of them were happy, and I think they were both feeding off of their negative energies.
True, and honestly, Brian's more lighthearted than Vishal.
Mm-hmm.
Brian
Mm-hmm.
doesn't have the weight of a would-be mother-in-law, a would-be fiance, a would-be married. Brian's kind of footloose and fancy-free, and that's what kind of Anisha
Mm-hmm.
is. That's what Anisha needs. Like, she needs people to have actual fun with.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I wanted to like at least give her a shout out because I'm seeing her come out, and I'm hoping that she stays on this path. Like quit
Mhm.
being. I hope her and my old mom can get through this and quit being petty with each other. My thing is that y'all don't like each other, so just avoid each
Mhm.
other.
Yeah.
That's it. Avoid each other.
Mhm.
If you have to speak in public, just say, "Oh, hi, good to see you," and you just keep it moving. You don't rehash things.
Mhm.
You're too old to
Mhm.
be doing that. Anisha's 36. The Brian and Monica or and old Monica are 28. So that's almost a 10-year age difference.
Yeah.
So at this point, Anisha really should be beyond the petty BS because
Yeah, she should be the adult.
I'm not fighting with anyone I don't like, and I'm not
Mhm.
going to waste time on people I don't like. If
Yeah.
you happen to come up in conversation, fine, whatever. But if we're out and about and nothing's going on, I could speak to you, like as long as you ain't done like egregious to me. But to keep petty BS going, nah, get all the negative energy, like put all that negative energy in the egg and throw it somewhere.
Okay. I wanted to bring this up next, but Yanni beat me to it. When they were at that prayer thing at, I think, Vishal's house, and Risha was there, he says something about you've been here for 5 weeks and this is the longest that we've been together. Did I thought I was the only one that heard that, but I'm thinking Yanni heard it too. Like, that's messed up.
I thought I misheard. I thought I misheard and or it was a joke. They haven't
This
been
is
together
the
more than 5 weeks. Oof. Mm-mm.
I wonder if we add up all the time that they've been together over the 9 years, if it will equal a year.
Right.
Whoa. Vishal was kind of absent this episode. I didn't mind that. You can't have a clown in every episode, Montana. And when all is said and done, he's still a clown. Um,
But if we're being honest, what is Vishal really bringing to us? He doesn't.
um,
To me,
a
he's
joker.
so in limbo. He's so in limbo for me right now. I'm like, what's going on with you? Like, we don't really know. We've seen him take steps forward in his mental health, which I'm happy about, but we haven't seen him take the steps forward towards Risha.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing with me. Like, he's improving himself, he's getting better. Cool, I'm happy for that, but I want to see you make strides in your relationship because I
Mm-hmm.
don't want to. I can't deal with another season and a half of y'all fighting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Either y'all bring another couple into the relationship, or I'm not gonna care.
Yeah. And what June says, I think all of us can agree on. This episode is the reason why this show should be number one in Bravo. This is so real. Shaw's who? I cried over struggling with the names, coming out to his grandmother. That was powerful. Yes, we're saving that for the last, for sure, June. But I totally agree with you. Um, in my country, people don't leave. Most it's like that. You leave when you get married. Oh, okay, cool. Where are you from, June? Vishal's not gay. He's truly into her. I think I just want Vishal to be gay, just for my peace of mind.
You just want him
Ugh.
with Amrit. That's all it really is.
I know, I do. I want
That's
Amrit
all it really
to
is.
be with an Indian. I'm sorry, Nicholas. You're all really nice and whatever, but I want Amrit to be with an
Because
Indian.
you're really not an Risha fan anyway.
Oh, yeah, that too.
Quiet as it's kept, or
That
as
too.
loud as
I
it's
think
kept.
he can do better. Deal with that, Auntie Lopa. Deal with that. Okay, so the Patels, we're back at the Patel compound. They're doing something small this year for Diwali.
Right, something small. I'm like, okay, just fireworks. Nothing. No, not a big deal. Okay. We're just doing fireworks at the compound. Very small. Okay.
And magnums of champagne and
Right. I'm like, can I be invited to the small picnic?
oh my god, I love how this family thinks. I really do. But it was pretty. And the mother doesn't care. She's putting up Christmas decorations. She's like, well, we can have them up there until Christmas come around. No problem. All
I
together.
love their. I just like that family a lot. Like they don't take everything so seriously. They just go about their business and do what they do.
Okay, Yanni, no, I do not think that, because if Vishal breaks up with Risha, he's going to get with Amrit. Or maybe Dylan. I
Yeah,
keep forgetting
no.
about him.
Mm-mm.
Mm.
Mm-mm.
What did you think about the tea party? And and Raj went. I love Raj. But
Okay, that was. I'm not. I don't mean to laugh at him, but it was just like you could just see him tap dancing around that question like nobody's business.
But he was slick though. He was like, there are qualities in all of you that I like.
Right?
And then he said, I would just have to get a big limo and take all of you out. He maneuvered those questions good. He's an
I mean,
auntie.
I have. I was impressed. I haven't seen anybody tap dance that wasn't Gregory Hines. He killed that.
I loved
We
it. I loved it.
he killed that,
Mm-hmm.
and he
And
didn't stumble either.
no, he didn't. And I loved his mint green outfit. The embroidery was cute. I'm so glad that he doesn't only buy for Monica, but he buys for himself.
I love Chitra saying it was Chitra, right? She's like, just let them know. Let them know I'm your favorite, and we'll just keep it moving. I, I screamed because she was, I'm the best. Just keep it moving. We're good.
She is a mess though. I love her. And I'm always so surprised why Anisha came out so sour and her mom is like bubbly and jovial. The hell happened? Oh my
It's because they don't have the same life experiences by far.
god.
Chitra's been married. Chitra was married like probably at what 12 or 13. So she has everything Anisha would like in life. So it's just two different paths. And Anisha probably feel like she's wasted a bulk of her life on one person and not to be married with children. And plus her business is not off the ground yet. That's a lot. So two different life experiences. Anisha's just a little bit hardened at this point, and she just needs someone like Anish to bring her out.
Did you notice that in the confessionals, I think it was Brian's mom who was saying, do you watch Power? You're going to need to watch Power. And then Chitra's like, no. And she starts talking about a novella where they're shooting men in their balls. I'm like, what shows are y'all
Right.
watching?
She's like, they just lay them on the bed and shoot them. I was like, what? Oh
It
my
reminds
goodness,
me,
they're
I
so
need to
funny.
start looking at novellas too again because they are really hysterical. And you can turn on the closed caption. It used to be closed caption 3. It would translate from the Spanish to the English. Those novellas, love them.
I
The
used,
plot line goes really quickly.
I used to watch them. I used to make my own scenarios. Me and my
Mm-hmm.
friends, like, oh, you see how she mad? She didn't find out he didn't slept with her sister, got her pregnant. She real pissed. Yeah, we used to make our own little scenarios. It would be so much fun. We didn't care.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Most people here do speak in Spanish. I'm the only nerd that like failed Spanish and still haven't learned any. So you usually absorb some of it if you live here long enough. What else? Okay, so we did talk about Anisha having 2 more Zoom dates with Anish, and Chitra is loving it. Um, we did the tea room. We did the jewelry store. We did the Patel compound. All right. So, what did you think about Dr. Monica coming to visit Brian and his family, I guess, for the weekend? I think she fits in really well with his family. And just like how old Monica fits with Risha's family,
mm-hmm.
it's like seamless.
Yes, I like them better this way.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so now we get to the last part, which is Amrit coming out to his nanny, his grandma. Throughout the episode, he's telling everybody what his plans are for Nicholas. It's kept a secret from Nicholas that he's planning to propose, but the big hurdle is him telling his nanny that he is gay. There is no real word for gay in Hindu or the language that they speak. So this will be interesting. And I thought, like most of you, this was a very emotional couple of scenes. I did shed a tear. It was really nice, especially when they started saying, like when Nani finally said, "If you're happy, I'm happy." Because once they told her that Nicholas really takes care of Amrit and
Mm-hmm.
feeds him and makes sure that he's okay, she was like, "Okay, well if you're
Oh,
happy, I'm happy."
yeah, because she didn't understand. Like she didn't understand like he would be taken care of. And I
Mhm.
do like the fact, like, the beginning, because she wasn't understanding. She's like, no, I don't like this. 'Cause I think in her mind, she was thinking, like, well, there's no woman to take care of him.
Mhm.
I'm not feeling that. But then, like, you see how Mama came to the rescue, and then the uncle came to the rescue, and the dad came to the
Mhm.
rescue. They're like, no, 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 no. This is what it is. Like, do you want him to be alone, or do you want him to be happy? Like, I just love the way his mama just stepped in, like, no, 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 no. Like, I love them rallying around him. And then when she understood, like, okay, this man's going to take care of him, that's where she was concerned. Because
Mhm.
when she was coming up, the woman took care of the man. And I think she was
Mhm.
looking at it like, there's no woman to take care of him. No, I'm not feeling that.
Mhm.
But then once they realized, like, he's taking care of her, she's like, okay, I got you.
Yeah. And what Yanni says here to me was how heartbroken he was to disappoint his family. When he started like breaking, like his voice was breaking when he's saying, it's always 50% happy and 50%, disappointment. That like he's lucky that he has 50-50, that his family is so behind him and accepting of him, because there are so many more individuals in this country and around the world who can't even say what their truth is.
Hmm.
And this was really like encouraging to a lot of people, I think. But anyone missed that he started dating Nicholas at 24 and only came out 25, and they've been together for a decade, which means
Hmm.
he really loves Nick. Yeah, he said that they went through a lot of firsts together. Um, it's but did y'all notice something else? I want to know if there's an issue with Nicholas's family, because remember, I think they were at Vishal's house during that prayer, and they said, "Oh, Nicholas's family won't be attending,"
Mm.
or something like that. And I was just like, I wonder if there's a problem on that side as well. Does Nicholas' family accept him and his truth? Just curious, because we see Nicholas, but have we gotten any backstory on him? We might have last season, but I don't remember. The older you get, the more you care about their happiness, not your own. Debbie and his mom is so supporting, even though she's struggling so bad with it. She keeps her issues to herself and her husband. Yes, the scene where Amrit's mother and father are in the car after the
Yes.
tea house. Wow, look how open and honest she was. She was like, "Is it bad that I'm not feeling the same way as when my other son got engaged to his fiance, the girl?" And you know what? Good for her for having the balls, of saying that on television, because they could have very easily waited till production left.
Right.
Um, and I like, and My MVP for this episode is Amrit's dad. He reassured his wife. He stood behind his son, and he was there to back up during the Let's Tell Nanny segment. And he wasn't wavering. I wish more young people had parents like this. I really do. Okay, love is love. Not so many people can do it. Okay. What was that? Nick doesn't have a relationship. So wait, he doesn't? Oh, you're asking the same questions that I'm doing. Okay, good. Okay, so Montana, I got that feeling too. I think they mentioned Nicholas' family in another episode. I think they did, but maybe it was such a small segment that I'm not remembering it. But you know, I want somebody to take in Nick, and if it's Amrit's family, then I'm all for it. Let's see. What's this comment? But to him and Nick, she's the most supportive. She's pushing for the wedding. It shows how loving she is. Yes, Dad is super dad. You know, I think she started to have doubts because that's her mother that they were dealing with. And she doesn't want the rejection of her child from her mom. Right. And I think what happened in the car was like she was scared to tell her mom what they've all known for so long. And I think another thing too is that her mom is like the link to back home.
Agreed.
It's scary. As old as she is, and I'm not saying that she's old, but she's grown. She got grown children of her own, but she's still scared of her mom and disappointing her own mom. So it's an understandable series of emotions for everybody. But Nanny was good once she got that cognac. Wonderful communication and insight in that family. That is so true. Even though I think Amrit's mom was Lavinia. Oh, she got a really old English name. I'm just noticing that. Interesting. I would love to see more background on their family.
I like all the families. I like all the families. They're fun. They have open communication with their kids. They're supportive, you know. And then but I do want to see more of the relationship between the aunties and the uncle. I really want to know like their backstory, like how they all met. You know, who's closest with who. I want more of them.
Wait, who was it? Was it Anisha who was saying who was going to be next to get married? Like she started listing out everybody and she forgot Vishal and Richa?
Yanni just said what I just said.
What?
Funny enough, I'm more interested on the parents and the families than the children.
Well, I think we get to see the parents vicariously through the kids. I think if they gave us the families, we would be bored to tears. But the kids I'm interested in, and I think by having this episode, they've set up season 3 really well because Lavinia was like, I want a big wedding. She gonna go balls to the wall for this. I think, yeah.
Maybe the first gay wedding in their culture, in their cultural community.
Their community, yeah.
Their community. So yeah, yep. I would do it.
Yeah. And she don't care. She don't care. She's like, I want a big wedding. I think Amrit is going to be the girl that she never had. Vishal's the Reza of family karma. Yes. Yeah, in a way. In a way he is. Let's I'm thinking the moms are hilarious, super entertaining. The kids not so much. Aww.
With the moms, I think with the moms is they've all been friends for so long, the kids included. But I want to just know how they met, who, like I said, who was the closest with who, and I want to know the real issue between Lopa and Richmond. I still don't know the real core issue. There's a core issue there that we still don't know.
I want to know the issue between Raj and Anita.
Mm-hmm.
And I want Raj to find a happiness. I won't say what, but I want him to find happiness. I need him to find a new boo. He has a beautiful wardrobe, and I need to see it.
Stupid. And the lady, this show it should be number one because it's actually authentic. Like they have that history, and you can feel it. Nothing feels when they fight. They just go in. They don't care. They don't care.
Mm-hmm.
They are themselves. They are themselves.
June, are you in Spain now, or are you U.S. based? Oh my God, Spain! Ole! I just get excited when people from like overseas watch us. I'm a nerd. Sorry.
What else is there with this? Because
that was it.
Yeah, I mean this show is just so good, and they have no filter.
But
they're
not
themselves.
nasty either.
No,
you know what I mean? It's very family friendly. They don't have filters. The thing with the egg and doing these rituals, that was hilarious for me, especially when they wound up at an intersection.
Right. No, what was funny is when the mom was a teacher, she said, "You got the whole egg being frog." She's like, "I know it because I was eavesdropping as I always do." That took me out.
Yeah, and then they cut to show her at the top of the stairs listening intently.
They took me out with that one because I was eavesdropping like I always do.
But you know what? They're messy and they own it. And it's like they're right as parents. You're in their house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I just thought it was hilarious.
Wow. Okay. Wow, guys.
Mm-hmm. I think we get a lot of culture in the show. Yeah. You know what is with Family Karma?
Mm-hmm.
We get a lot of culture, but it doesn't feel force fed. This is just who they are. June. Spoiler alert. June coming up with spoiler alerts. But I'm going to say this though. Risha looked it good. I'm not mad.
Yeah, that was
Risha looked it good.
The black top with the things hanging down there. Yeah. Where he said she got one good ab.
She's a one?
She got one good ab.
I was like, I mean, I'm just saying. I'm looking at both of them because they're both attractive in their own ways. I'm like, and y'all look kind of cute together. So I'm kind of leaning towards you and June on this one now. So I'm looking at them. I'm like, y'all both are attractive people, but I don't feel the chemistry.
When they kiss, there's no.
Like
maybe it's just that they're not comfortable doing public shows of displays of affection.
Right, but my thing is this: like with couples, you can feel certain things. Like for example, with Anisha, I feel more with Anisha and Anisha, and they over Zoom more than I feel with Vishal and Richa. That's just the truth. I can feel something with Brian and new Monica. I can feel something with Rish and old Monica. But with those two, I don't feel anything. I can't sense it. Oh, Vishal's girlfriend and Anisha got a glam team this year, just like every other housewife. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. That's true. They looking good. I'm not mad at them.
Right, but with Anisha, Chitra forced her. Chitra replayed the tape for her and told her she looked like a gremlin and said, come and use my my makeup artist. All of these aunties are hitting the streets looking their best. And I'm going to call a thing. Last season, Anisha looked like a gremlin that got hit with some water. Like, oh my God.
Stop.
What was her problem?
She didn't care. The way, okay,
Oh.
you know what it is. Anisha was like heavenly her first season. Like, well, they didn't know about they just think they're going about their real lives and it's just on TV. You know, the Heavenly said like the girls kind of took it to the side. No, 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 no. This is reality, but this is also TV. So Heaven said once she got hip to that, her style has gotten better. Her makeup, her wigs, you know, she's looking way, 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 way better. Anisha the same way, but this time Anisha had her mama to tell her like, no, 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 baby, we this is reality TV, but we represent the community, so we got to always look our best. So you know what I mean. So I get that. And that's mama. You gonna listen to what mama's saying.
I like that Chitra got the posture police on her because she was just last season. She should always listen to Chitra. Okay, so Yanni is defending this. I do know I thought Vishal was gay too, but the way he looked at her yesterday with barely no clothes, or trying to be trying to be closer to her in the confessional, how happy he is by her being there longer. Yeah, I can see that. I can
No, I can
see
see it.
that.
It's more like it's for me, and this is just for me. I don't feel that connection with them. They don't give me that I'm hot for you kind of feel. Like, you know, Dr. Monica only lives a couple hours away in Tampa, but when she comes in the door, it's just her smile at him, the way they hug, you know, the looks they give each other, you know, because he's look. I will say this: Vishal looks at Risha that way, but Risha is not looking at Vishal that way because she's still mad.
Now, I do agree with Yanni on this. You know, a man is attracted to a woman the way he looks at her. That was lust. It also could be he ain't getting none for 5 weeks, so you know, doing all the time. I wouldn't put it past her being there 5 weeks and not giving him even like a BJ. She just seemed mean like that.
Mm.
What?
I don't see her giving BJ's. I'm sorry.
Oh,
She seems very selfish. Like, because to me, she has I'm in control. Like, he probably goes down on her, but she don't. I can't see her doing that to him.
maybe even a hand job, maybe.
I don't. That is not sexy. I'm sorry. It's just not.
Well, I don't see her putting out 5 weeks. I don't see her putting out.
Mm.
People get married, have children. That happens a lot. Dude, yes, yes. I think that's what happened to Raj.
Mm. But they've been divorced for a minute though.
Yeah.
That's a different. I think I want to know the story,
Yeah, I do. And I
and I
want to
want.
see the jewelry store. Because were they? I got to look up and see what Monica's last name was. Because does he still have the jewelry store? Maybe that's why he goes to India so often to bring back
The
jewelry.
jewelry.
I want to know more about Raj. And I want him to find happiness with someone.
Or some people, however you choose. Just saying.
Wait, you want to give him two?
I mean, just varied options, you know.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, Yanni, we covered. Yanni, we covered that, and how he
That was
tied
the
dance around their
tea.
questions.
Yeah, that was
The tea.
the tea room where they went to the tea room. Yeah. So I like him. I want more of him. I could do without old Monica, but bring in her dad Raj. I'm here for it all the time. Okay, so have we missed anything in this episode?
Yanni says, I thought he was divorced. Yeah, they've been divorced for a minute. Yanni, it's been a cool minute.
Yeah.
You know what it is with old Monica?
Uh-huh.
She's I like her with her dad. I like her with Reach and his family, but she can't hold a scene on her own. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I like her when she's with her people because I just see I see so much more of her. Where the other characters, they kind of can have scenes one on one on their own. Monica just does better in like a group of people.
Okay, so wait. June says, I've met a few people that were gay, but they didn't know or didn't want to know for cultural or religious reasons. Yeah,
Yeah,
it is
yeah,
covered up a
yeah.
lot.
Of
Yeah.
course. I think the ladies know, but it would be inappropriate to speak about it in their culture. That's just what I'm guessing.
Or they think that if he's never said anything, like some of their children have, they could just continue on as normal and just find him
Right,
another girl.
right. I mean, because you can't tell me like he's been divorced for a minute and he ain't been out in the streets.
Well, remember he stopped going to all of their events.
All of their events.
Yeah,
That's
and
what I'm
he
saying.
stayed to himself
Mm-hmm.
or maybe with someone
Right.
else.
Right. Because remember, he never. And that's the funny thing. He's never said he hasn't gone out or been social. He just said he has not gone out in their community to their events.
Because he didn't think he would be accepted.
Right.
I wonder how many layovers he makes on his way back to India when he goes there for business.
You've been divorced 10 plus years, and they really think you're not getting it in somewhere. Quit playing with me. I'm gonna need them to stop.
True, Yanni. He don't want the ladies to know his business.
Right.
I agree with you on that. I agree with you on that. Oh my God. All right, guys. This was Family Karma Season 2, Episode 5, Family Blessings. This was like the best episode of this season so far. It made me shed a tear and my frosty old heart defrosted a little bit. I love it. They're setting it up for Season 3 with Amrit's wedding.
Oh yeah.
Vishal and Richa will never get married. That's okay.
So before we go, the consensus is that we think Amber's gonna get married before Vajal, right? Are we in agreement on that?
Vishal is never going to get married. I'm in agreement with Anisha. She didn't even mention him. Everybody else got married before they think it's going to be Amrit, Shan. She called out Brian. She called out Monica One, and she's like, "Yeah, everybody." And then me, she even put herself before Vishal, and she completely forgot Vishal because nobody takes that relationship seriously.
Seriously. Okay. I just want to make sure we're all on the same page.
Yes, and we will be back here in another 7 minutes. At the top of the hour, we're gonna go over both Housewife episodes, New York and Beverly Hills. So come back with us in 7 minutes, and we can start chatting again. Any final thoughts, my friend?
No, we're good.
Cool. So until next time.
Of course.
Bye.